Do you ever have those days where things start going well, you're up and about, you're having your coffee, and then all of a sudden something goes haywire and it just seems like a domino effect from there, right? Maybe you spilled your coffee, maybe your kids lost their one sock or one shoe, and you start to be late to things, and you feel like after you get to work, you're in a bad mood, or it has a snowball effect on the rest of your day. Well, how do we navigate that, right? How do we make it so that we can isolate those little blips on the radar, like spilling your coffee, and make sure they don't snowball into having a bad day, or be able to regroup if we're late to work, or if the kids throw a fit, or I know what they're doing. They're refusing to get in their car seat. It's inevitable, right? So how do we navigate those little blips so that we are having good days and we're able to bounce back? Well, in this video, we're going to talk about that. And stick with me to the end because we're going to have a full list of how you can go up the emotional guidance scale outlined by Abraham Hicks and show you how you can go from having a bad moment to a great day, or a bad week to a great month, right? It's not isolated just only to the day. So let's get started. Now, it's all about your thoughts, right? Your thoughts create your reality. If you have decided, shit, the coffee is everywhere, I'm behind, this is not a good day, right? Then you just decided. You just decided right then and there, made that blanket statement, and you defined the day. It's not a good day, okay? So, but if we decide to regroup with our thoughts, we can recreate the new moment, right? Our thoughts create our reality. And so if we're the ones choosing our thoughts instead of our thoughts choosing us, then we can create a new reality. So something happens. There are Cheerios all over the back seat. The kids are kicking and screaming and won't do simple things like getting in and out of their car seat just to get into school so that you can go to work on time. So you get back in the car, you take a breath, you think, okay, that was intense, my blood is boiling, I'm feeling rushed, and I feel like I need to hurry. So I am going to set the tone for this car ride instead of the tone of this car ride setting me. So I'm going to, instead of reacting to the moment, I'm going to take action in the moment by changing my thoughts. And I'm going to choose a better feeling thought. So right now, the real thought that I'm thinking is like, crap, right? And I'm like, oh, I'm behind, everything's, oh. So instead I go, okay, I'm just gonna take this one moment at a time. Now that's authentic and that feels better. Okay, let's reach for an even better feeling thought. Okay, everything will happen exactly as it should. I'm going to get there exactly when I can, as early as I can. Okay, that's authentic. It's not like I'm going to get there 2 hours early. It's like I'm going to get there when I'm going to get there, and I'm going to be at peace with that because I have no other choice. Might as well be at peace with it, right? I can still enjoy this car ride. Even if I feel a little behind, I can still have a great day. I would like to have a great day. A great day sounds wonderful, right? So we are creating our reality all the time. Now, sometimes we can't go from a vibration of, oh, shit, to this is going to be the greatest day ever, right? So we have to ride what's called the emotional guidance scale. Now, the emotional guidance scale starts at depression and grief and down in these lower vibrations. And sometimes if we're in grief or if we're in depression, maybe it feels actually a little better to go into the stage of anger. And maybe after anger, it feels a little bit to go a little bit more into revenge. And then maybe at revenge, it feels a little bit better to go a little bit more to blame. And then after blame, maybe it feels a little bit better to go more towards acceptance. And then after acceptance, maybe it feels a little bit better to go towards a feeling of empowerment. And after empowerment, maybe passion, purpose, and then all the way up to joy, right? But we can't hop from depression to joy. And anyone that tells you that you can, you have permission from me to walk away from them. I was going to say something else, but you know what I mean. Get out of here. That's not possible. We have to work our way. We have to choose with our thoughts to get a little bit higher and a little bit higher and a little bit higher and work our way into joy. And that's basically why we're here. That's our whole purpose in life, is just to continually working our way to joy. And also not to judge feeling grief or depression. Those aren't bad things. They don't feel good, but they're not bad things. Maybe they're necessary things for us to go through in order to become empowered with our thoughts, right? Because you could be a trust funder and not know how to manage any of your money, not know how to do anything. You see tons of uber rich people who feel miserable, right? But people who have come from nothing and earned their money and learned how to budget and learn finances and learn all the skills to be in control of their wealth are in a much better position where they feel empowered. And we're asking you to do the same thing with your thoughts, right? Doesn't matter where you've come from, and it only matters where you're going. And this journey of the scale is going to allow you to become empowered so that no matter what, if you weren't born inherently joyful for some reason and couldn't hold that vibe, it's okay. Because life is cycles. If we see anything in astrology, it's just cycles and cycles. And so you are going to fall from joy into challenges. And we're not going to hate those challenges. Those challenges are just an opportunity for us to keep practicing this muscle of coming into alignment. Now, the more we fall down, the more this muscle gets strong, and the more we know we can climb up the ladder back up. So don't be mad at where you are. Just climb on to the next rung of the ladder, and maybe that looks like revenge. And if that feels a little bit better, that's okay. Don't judge it, right? The thing we need to know is that in the law of attraction is that the thoughts we're thinking and the way they feel are showing us our alignment. So if a thought feels really bad, like I feel powerless, I don't have any control over this, I don't know where to go from here, right? Then that's a sign, the bad feeling is a sign that that's a thought that's out of alignment with our highest alignment. So it's an indicator to us to choose a better feeling thought. So you're going to say, I'm going to figure out how to have control over my thoughts in this moment. That's what I have control over. That feels a lot better, right? What could feel better from there? You tell me, right? We're all in this journey together trying to figure it out. And if this video or any of my videos are helpful for you, please like, subscribe, or share with a friend who could use this message. Because we're all on this journey together, just on different rungs of the ladder, hopping up and popping down, and we could all use support in the journey because no one said it's easy, but it could be easier than you think, but it's definitely worthy. So share your journey below in the comments. I'd love to hear where you are and where you want to be. And in the meantime, just keep climbing the ladder. You're on your way. You're exactly where you're supposed to be, and I'm rooting for you.